I wish it was a good hair day, but it's not.
So what am I going to talk about today, you ask? No, nobody asks. I've recently discovered a talent of mine, and said talent is procrastination. I discovered that I am absolutely unbeatable at it. Try me. We can like have a competition, we can like set it up, but I think you see like I'd even procrastinate that so it would never actually happen. So yeah, no, but because I feel like it's unfair to keep that talent, that the secret to that ability, to the mastery of procrastination to myself. I wanted to give you some tips how to procrastinate better, because I feel like it would be unfair if I would keep all the secrets to myself. And one of the ways I usually do it is I discovered TV shows and movies and Netflix and that kind of stuff can really help and can really be a good aid to procrastinate, make time move by fast, make you do absolutely nothing for the entire day, make you just like lie on your couch and not do the things you're supposed to do. And I no longer wanted to gatekeep this secret, so I'm sharing it with you now. And while there are many TV series that can help you or aid you in this process, I just wanted to give you some of my special discoveries that I find extremely helpful and I feel are most effective in the whole procrastination experience. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Let's start with comedies. Comedies have this special place in my heart because they help me in these urgent times of thinking, oh, it's just one more episode. It's just 20 more minutes, right? It's never just 20 more minutes. And because in a lot of people's minds, 20 minutes of a comedy is so much more shorter than half the time of a 40-minute drama episode. In your head, it's kind of like, okay, so like one drama episode of like 40 minutes makes up for like what, like 6 comedy episodes? No, that's not how math works. So I feel like, yeah, comedies have a very special place in my heart when it comes to procrastination. Seinfeld, I just discovered that. I know it's it's a relatively old series, but I've come around to watching it because I've come into a situation where I need procrastination and sometimes I need to keep up the gems for like desperate situations. So I kept that up for now and I'm totally in it. It's very good. I like it a lot. The watch the next episode button, it's just like it automatically on the TV screen. It's just my thumb, it's automatic. Great. I love the sense of humor. And I love how it's just like basically a series about nothing in specific. Just about these 4 main characters, just kind of like living life. Yeah. And while I appreciate the whole political correctness movement, I do feel like sometimes in recent years it's become a bit too over the top. I don't know if I'm the right person to speak about this, probably not, but I just kind of appreciate how everything was a bit looser in that show. Probably you can take offense with everything, but I never saw it as something that would like really hurt somebody. It's this comedy about, I think it ran at the same time as Friends ran in the 90s, about this guy called Seinfeld, who's in real life called Seinfeld, but also in the show he's called Seinfeld, and the show is called Seinfeld. And then his friend, glasses, and then his other friend, Elaine, who's like also there, and Kramer, he's cool, he's the neighbor, he's a bit, but we love that, don't we? In every episode, it's about something else. It's never really about something in specific, but he's a comedian in the show and outside of the show and like of the breaking the fourth wall kind of thing. Well, he never actually looks directly at you, but you get what I mean. Hopefully, probably not. Just watch it, trust me. Okay, so that was a bit messy. The next one is The Office. Now, you might just be thinking, wow, you're just basically counting down all of the most popular shows of the past 10 years. That's not really anything special. I don't really provide any special content, any valuable knowledge in this video. And that essentially is correct, but I just like to talking about them, so that's why I'm making the video. I like The Office because you know how in like comedies, usually you have this weird laughter in the background from the audience when somebody makes a joke. Like in Seinfeld or in Friends, there's like, somebody said something funny and then the crowd goes, ah. In The Office, they have these funny moments, but they don't have that laughter, which kind of makes it awkward, but it's exactly that makes the show also a bit more funnier. I also like the fourth wall breaking thing there, where sometimes they talk to the camera and sometimes they don't, and sometimes they just pretend they're not there. And yeah, The Office is basically about people working in an office and an office environment. Just like in any comedy, you have kind of a situation and the people are just fun and you wish you could live in a sitcom like that. Maybe not work at the office. I don't think they get paid very well there. The kind of life you want to live, like the kind of friendships you want to have. But that's why it's a TV show, so yeah. You can scrap that. Then of course we have classics of How I Met Your Mother. Unpopular opinion, I know everybody's like, How I Met Your Mother was like inspired by Friends, but I actually liked How I Met Your Mother more than Friends. I don't know why. After me, Community, it's also over already. Technically, like they don't film anymore. It's a bit older show from the 2000s, but still great. Basically everything where Michael Schur was somewhat involved, that's great. Like also Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The Good Place is cool because it's kind of like a mixture between a drama and a comedy. And that's like your ultimate procrastination weapon if it's like funny and you just want to continue with the next episode and each episode is like 40 minutes. That's like the best scenario. And also these are all kind of like based on the TV series I've been watching recently. Like I remember I used to watch like Pretty Little Liars, The Walking Dead, but all that I watched quite a few years ago. So I'm more referring to the TV shows I utilize now in order to perform procrastination. I also really like Gilmore Girls. It's also a rather oldish one with this mother-daughter relationship kind of thing. I do prefer comedies at the moment just because it's kind of like lighthearted. I know for me, a drama is almost already a movie just because they are that long and they're very emotionally consuming. And I feel like I can watch more of a comedy than I can of a drama. For instance, Downton Abbey, which is on my list for the dramas, is like after 2 or 3 episodes, you're like, okay, I first need to digest this all. I first need to like take a nap, replace the tissue box, just like reset the whole scene, right? That just kind of like interferes with your procrastination game because it actually makes you be productive because you're actually standing up and doing something. And that's not really what we want here. So most of them are comedies. But yeah, Downton Abbey is great. Kind of an exception, but it's also really like Dairy Girls. That's also kind of like a comedy thing again. And it's basically about this group of girls going to a Catholic school in Ireland in the 80s, 90s? I don't know when. Someone. Maybe it's also like nowadays, but because it's like they're going to Catholic school, it all seems a bit more old-fashioned. I don't know. And yeah, those are basically all the TV shows. And of course, YouTube is also always a great tool for procrastination, but there aren't specific shows, to my knowledge. There I just kind of like click through everything. Like the other day, I went down this rabbit hole about how Michael Jackson didn't have a nose. And I spent like half an hour on that. You can be quite efficient at procrastination if you have the right resources. That should be the main takeaway of this video. I'll see you next time. This was weird. Anyway, bye.